We are finally on the road, and it has been a long time since we made a video and updated you, and that is because we've been quarantining in Los Barriles for a while, almost 3 months. Yeah, just maybe a week short of 3 months, and we haven't made a video because we haven't been doing anything. We've literally been quarantining, and the beaches have been closed. We haven't been able to swim or snorkel or paddleboard or anything. So there's really nothing to show you until now, because we are back on the road, a little bit begrudgingly, because it is really, safe here. There have been no coronavirus cases, and, even though we were locked down and not allowed to go on the beach or anything, we felt safe, and that was really nice. But it's so hot and humid here now, and it's not even the peak of summer, that we have to go. So the only big thing that has happened since we last posted a video is that we no longer have our foster dog, Tanya. Right here at the Chupitos is actually where we gave Tanya back to the rescue. I'm gonna miss her so much. So that she could get on a flight to Vancouver. She flew to Vancouver because someone adopted her, and yeah, I miss her. If she was here, she'd be curled up like right here. She was such a good car dog. She really was.
Yes, she was. I hope that she's making her new parents happy.
Me too. So Mexico is still on lockdown for coronavirus. Everything in Baja is pretty much closed. Campgrounds are closed. If they are open, they're not allowing any new people in. Wild camping, beach camping is technically not permitted right now. So this is going to be an interesting ride up the peninsula for us. Because everything is closed, we are not going to be stopping and doing anything fun along the way. And we're just going to make some really long drive days just to kind of get out of here. So it's going to be probably 12 hours today and 12 hours the next day. And in 2 days, we will hopefully make it to the border at Mexicali. So that's our goal. We're not expecting much on the road. We've heard a little bit, some people saying there's lots of roadblocks, a lot more checkpoints, but I'm honestly thinking it's going to be pretty uneventful.
I hope so too.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, so we should be coming up to the first checkpoint. So we're going to throw a mask on. So this checkpoint has been up since at least the beginning of April. The way the checkpoints around here worked is they basically blocked off any entrance or exit to town. They even went so far as on the dirt road into town, they brought in a backhoe and they dug like a trench. So there's no getting around that roadblock, and nobody has to physically man it. I'm going to put this on because we're coming up.
Where do I go? Straight?
Straight. I guess I should give you directions at some point. It's pretty straightforward. Alright, so we're gonna wave. Hi guys. Alright, so no need for masks there because they didn't stop us. So since the beginning of April, you could not get in or out of Los Barriles without going through a checkpoint, which honestly made us feel really safe. Yeah?
Yeah, it was comforting to know that no one could get in Los Barriles without going to those checkpoints, and
they were checking temperatures for a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And if you were leaving, they were asking why, because one of the couples that was quarantining with us, she was having dental implants made in La Paz, and so she had to go to La Paz, which is like 2 hours away, to pick up these dental implants. And during this whole coronavirus lockdown, she had to go pick up her implants, and the police asked her why she was going, why she wasn't going to the dentist here in town, and they basically told them, if you come back with like groceries or any kind of shopping, we're gonna ticket you, basically, right? Isn't that what they said? Yeah. So they were very serious about you don't leave unless you absolutely have to.
Yeah, they're very serious about our safety.
Yeah.
So,
and this is all locals.
Yeah.
This is locals, because this is a gringo town to some degree, but this was all locals stepping up and manning the checkpoints and keeping us and their community safe.
Yeah. No, that was that's really, really nice.
Yeah, I can't say enough how safe we felt here.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I guess I do have some anxiety going back to the States because we've been watching everything happening from afar, and maybe from a distance I'm hoping it seems worse than it is. But you know, for months we've been told by everyone at home, bring toilet paper, bring hand sanitizer, like stock up in Mexico, and all that stuff is available here. There's absolutely no shortage of supplies here. There never has been. Nobody went to the store and hoarded anything. So I don't know, in some ways I feel like we're going back to like a zombie apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm immediately like, why are we leaving? But I don't know, I think it's going to be interesting to see how things are, you know?
Yeah. So I'm a little bit nervous about, getting stuck with the riots and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. So also as we're filming this and on our way home, the protests are spreading across the U.S. over the death of George Floyd, which is an issue that is heartbreaking to us. And, you know, it's something that we have to watch from afar, and that we just don't know how that's going to impact our travel. We do have to go through a lot of major areas that are having protests. And the last thing we want is to take our camper and our house through a major protest, and get stuck in that kind of situation with such a big rig. So we are going to kind of monitor things, and maybe alter our route a little bit if we have to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad what's happening.
Yeah, it's, there's so much happening back in the States that is troublesome and worrisome to us. And again, watching it happen from afar has been really difficult. It's crazy because for all the people that said to us, like, don't go to Mexico, Mexico's not safe. Here we have been so safe from coronavirus. We haven't struggled to get supplies. Nobody has rioted or protested to open back up, the roadblocks that we just talked about, right? I can't imagine roadblocks that severe in the States without people losing their minds.
Mm-hmm.
But to us, we were happy to have those roadblocks. And Los Barriles has no cases still.
Yeah. So let's hope that they're staying safe.
Yeah.
And yeah, good.
I don't know. I feel like we've lived in such a sheltered bubble throughout the coronavirus so far for 3 months that this going back to the States is going to feel like a culture shock. Really? I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, we shall see.
We shall see. Alright, so we're coming up on our first checkpoint. It's a military checkpoint. We went through all these on the way down. We might just get waved through, but we've got our masks out and ready. I don't know, do you want to put them? Should we put them on?
Yeah.
On the way down, we got waved through the majority of the time, but we heard that even in normal times, going north, oh yeah, there's no one stopping us. Once we get into La Paz, we're going to stop for gas, and yeah, just keep driving.
Yeah.
They just took Greg in the back for an inspection. He asked the guy who's going to go in if he could put hand sanitizer on, and the guy said no problem, so he squirted some sanitizer in his hand, and they're back there right now going through the truck, or through the camper, so we'll see. On our way down, this happened a couple of times, and it was never an issue, so not really concerned.
Okay, how many years old are you?
Oh, I'm 35.
35. Okay. Where did you go now?
We're going back to the United States.
Alright, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, you too.
Gracias.
So they went inside, they were looking at your makeup bag and...
They were looking at my makeup bag?
Yeah.
Like opening it up?
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen them looking before for makeup or anything like that, but...
Continue straight.
So what were they saying? Did they say? Like they just opened my makeup bag and did they say anything?
Yeah, makeup. Then after they look at your basket with all your stuff for your teaching.
Yeah.
They like, okay. They were asking like, oh, do you like fishing? Do you like surfing?
I think that that's like the most thorough ever. But I mean, the guy here was just asking me, oh, are you on vacation, going home? I think a lot of times they just want to chat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, very nice. I mean, you've seen...
Oh, yeah, he had no problem with you putting the hand sanitizer on, and they're always nice.
Yeah.
I feel bad, though, because I don't know enough Spanish. He was, like, asking me something, and I'm like, no habla. And then I was like, no, it's no hablo. I'm an idiot. You know? Yeah.
That's
All right. On the road again.
Yep.
I'm just going to say that over and over again. I feel like we have driven into a completely different climate. I am freezing, and I am really, really happy about it. So this is the hotel that Tom and Chris are going to try to get a room at. If that works out, then we are just going to sleep here on the street. We won't be able to put our slide out, but that's really not a big deal at all. We made it.
Finally.
Finally. Like 13 and a half hours in the car. Of that time, we really only stopped for a 20-minute lunch. Gas fill-ups, I mean, everything else, we were on the road, in the car. The ride was easy.
Smooth. No major issues.
No major issues, no traffic really. And yeah, I mean, we're really tired. Tom and Chris are really tired. We're all probably gonna pass out here soon and get up tomorrow and do another 12 hours. Woohoo!
Yoo-hoo. Sounds like fun, right?
Yeah. Greg is clearly tired.
Yes, I am.
And when Greg gets tired and hungry, he gets...
Tired and hungry.
And a little crabby. True story. All right. Good night, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.
To the border.
20 minutes, and I mean, it's been what? About an hour and a half since Tom and Chris went through, and they said they had no wait.
Yeah.
The app says there's a 30-minute wait right now.
Well,
If that's all it is, I mean, I'll be fine with it. No?
yeah, I mean, I hope it's... Let's say I hope it's wrong. I hope it's less than 30 minutes. But if it's 30 minutes, I hope it's right and not more than 30 minutes.
I don't know why borders and customs make me so nervous.
I don't know either.
I mean, I don't know. They just do. Maybe it's because, I have this story stuck in my head of the girl who, went to jail in Mexico because she flew in with, a box of Sudafed. That really did happen.
There must have been some more to that story.
I need to look it up.
Maybe it's a myth.
No, it's a real story. I do remember checking it out at the time. I don't know, but the last time I got out to go to the bathroom, I can tell you that it is a bazillion degrees again. It was so nice when we were in Guerrero Negro because it was chilly. And it's going to be a bazillion degrees wherever we end up stopping in Arizona, I'm sure. Yeah.
But it's alright. We'll make it work.
We're going to be driving right through Casa Grande where we did the bumper.
Oh.
Remember how hot that was?
I do remember how hot that was.
Is there anything you miss from the States, like food or... is there anything you want when we go back?
Anything that I miss? Anything that I want?
That we haven't had in 6 months?
Access to my Amazon.
We don't have Amazon Prime. We'll have to get it again.
That was a joke. No, I don't think there's anything really I was missing.
Nothing?
Not that I can think of. What about you?
I don't know. Lately I've had a craving for Thai food.
I mean, Thai food is good, but I'm sure you can find Thai food somewhere in Mexico.
I'm sure we could have. Yeah. But we never sought it out.
No.
I just want this border thing to be over.
Well, hopefully in less than an hour.
I mean, we're 15 minutes away, so...
Yeah, but if it's 30 minutes, wait time, plus I'm thinking 10 minutes to go through. So hopefully in an hour we'll be over and done with that. And
So we can go find Thai food.
if you crave Thai food, we can go for Thai food. Hey, maybe the border agent knows a good Thai food.
We're not asking the border agent for Thai food recommendations.
Why not?
I don't know, because the border people scare me. Why are you stopping? It's green.
No, because when the light blinks...
That guy didn't stop.
When the light is green and starts blinking in Mexico, it's basically telling you that it's time for you to brake because it's basically going to turn red.
That's nice. This shows you how I have never driven here.
Yeah, and how you pay attention to the drive.
I'm usually looking, out the window or at my phone. Let's be real. We're pulling up the directions or doing something else for you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're not asking the border agent for a Thai food recommendation because the border people scare me. And
All right. Think about your friend Janita.
yes,
She's a border agent.
she is a border agent, but I feel like she's I don't know, the exception to the rule. And she's she's Canadian. So Canadian border people don't necessarily scare me because they're Canadian. They're inherently wonderful people. Hi to all of our Canadian friends.
Hi. But no, I mean I agree and I disagree at the same time. I mean, why would a American border agent would not be a nice person, right? Most of them have good intention and are good people.
Okay. This is such a bigger crossing than what we came in. Have documents ready.
My mask on.
No, because they need to see your face. I don't think you can have your mask on going through. they're gonna want. It's the same thing like why they asked you to take your glasses off, your sunglasses.
Oh, they didn't take my hat off?
He might. Yeah, they sometimes do. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi there. Big truck, huh?
Yes.
What do you guys are heading to?
Missouri.
You don't have this one, or you can have it in the Century program?
So we changed trucks after we got the Century program. So I wasn't sure we could go through since I hadn't registered this
Yeah,
truck.
you haven't. Okay.
No.
No, you have to wait.
Yeah. We just realized that as we were coming
Not,
in.
not too long wait right now. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where you guys are coming from?
Los Borles. It's all the way on the south of Baja Peninsula.
What's the name of the place?
Los
Los
Barriles.
Borles.
Never heard of it. What other town is close?
La Ventana.
Laventana. Okay.
Mm.
All right. Do you guys have anything to declare?
No.
Any leftover fruit, meats, vegetables, none of that?
Nope.
So where do you guys are heading to?
Missouri.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
What kind of truck you guys had before?
It was a
F350.
350.
This is a 550.
You can tell the difference in the gas or not really?
Not really.
Well, the other one was a gas or diesel?
Diesel.
Diesel.
Diesel. It's just this one has a higher payload.
Like heavy duty or whatever.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're heavy.
Well, you guys have a nice setup.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thank you.
All right, stay safe.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Now,
I think that's it. No. Wow.
I
Yay!
don't know that.
I
This
don't-
is,
Okay, so
Still have to go through the inspection.
we don't go through secondary. Nope. We go. I think that way. No wait, or this way. No, this. I think we go that way because we don't go through secondary inspection, so we go this way. Yep. Yay! So as happy as I am that was really, really quick and everything, there was 0 questions about have you had any symptoms of coronavirus? Have you been around anyone that's had coronavirus? I don't know. Do you have a temperature? Not like it didn't even come up.
Yeah, because I think, I mean, what would they do if you said yes to anything like that?
I don't know. In Canada, they quarantine you.
Yeah, but this is not Canada.
That's my point. I think it's a little crazy that I could be right now with a raging fever and every coronavirus symptom you can think of, and I can just drive right in. I do think it's a little nuts. And it makes me a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Even more nervous than I already was to come back. But it is what it is, we're here now. So a little bit, cat's out of the bag, because we had to tell the border guy, we are going to,
Border agent.
sorry, the border agent, we are going to Missouri.
What are we going to be doing in Missouri?
Great question, Greg. We're going to Missouri. We're going to Missouri to pick up our new rig, which we bought sight unseen while we were in quarantine in Mexico and kept it a secret.
That's right.
And I'm super excited. Like, I wish we could say what it is.
Wait, we can't?
Well, we could, but we're not going to.
Aww.
We're going to tell you all about it in the next video. So you have to, hit subscribe and the little bell button and all this fancy stuff so that you can come back and get all the info about our new rig that is, here's what I'm going to say. It is awesome and it is epic and it's worth coming back for.
That's exciting.
That is really exciting. So, we will see you guys next time in Missouri. Bye!